Yes, guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome to a brand new show. It's called the Big Six Show, of course. Now, as you can see, we've got three people with us. We're meant to have some more. We're expecting some more to turn up. They're having issues with StreamYard and all that stuff. So cheers for that StreamYard. But new show on the channel, people. The Big Six. Basically, going to go through, well, as it says in the title, every Big Six club. We'll be talking game week 2 preview. Obviously, Tottenham Man United, big game. We got Palace away. Chelsea got West Ham, London Derby. We talk about a few transfers with all the clubs. With obviously Endo who just signed for Liverpool, so we're gonna go through that as well. So yeah, as I said, we are expecting a Tottenham fan and a Man United fan, and also a Chelsea fan. We have to wait and see if they sign up or not. But guys, make sure you smash the like buttons, and if you go to the description, you guys can see all of their links in the description where you can subscribe to them and follow them today. So let's get started, and I'm going to start with obviously Jordan as the Liverpool fan. You guys have just signed Endo from Stuttgart, so a brand new signing for Liverpool. Is he the answer, Jordan? Is he your DM that you've all been crying out for? Go
Yes,
ahead, man.
finally, yeah. Yes, man. I'm happy, guys. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm happy for Endo. Yes, let's go. Let's go. I'm buzzing for this one, man. I'm happy. Well, finally, we have three midfielders now. Mark, Dark, Endo, a Japanese, followed by Taki Minimimo. We know Taki's gone, but now someone follow his footsteps. I know he's a Liverpool player. Wearing the number 3, the correct number that he used to wear at Stuttgart. But I'm buzzing. Can't wait to see his Premier League debut in against Bournemouth come tomorrow. He will be in the starting 11 comes. And I don't know what Cap will do, but I'm looking forward to see him shine. He's a star. And I'm very happy to have him at Anfield.
Yeah, but have you ever seen him play before, Jordan?
Yes, I watched him in the Bundesliga for Stuttgart. Two times. But he's good, man. He's very good for Stuttgart. He's the captain for Japan, and he's also the captain for Stuttgart as well. So, yes, but I'm happy to have him.
So Jordan, look, let's talk about with you losing out on Caicedo and Lavia, right? They both went Chelsea. Chelsea both got both of them, yeah. But listen, Jordan, this Endo guy, how old is the guy? I swear he's really old.
He's 30. He's 30
Let
years
me double
old.
check.
You
He's
need a
So he's
30.
DM.
He
30
does not
years
look
old.
30.
You need a DM,
He's
Jordan.
30.
Yeah, is he a DM?
Yeah,
He's 30.
yes, he's 30 years old.
He's 30. He's on a 30-year-old. Surely you're not
Oh,
happy with this, Jordan, man. When you could have got Caicedo and Lavia instead.
Exactly, that's facts. That's the facts indeed. Yeah, they want Lavia, they want um Caicedo. It was a big battle between we and Chelsea for those two. One is for 50, one is for 80, and then Chelsea call themselves the hijacking. So they hijack both of our targets. And now look, they don't want Endo, so we got Endo. So I wish Caicedo all the best. I wish Lavia all the best at Chelsea. Those two should have been our main target, but Chelsea just love to creep and take people's um targets players. So yeah, that's what they call themselves hijacking. So yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Rory, what's your thoughts on this whole Endo situation, man? And Liverpool's obviously losing out on Caicedo and Lavia. And do you think Endo's the perfect DM that they've all been crying out for?
no. I mean, to some neutrals, they would think they're signing Jordan Henderson back. Like, I don't know what it is, but that is the closest they are going to get to Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Enzo and then Caicedo. Until I realised just now he's 30 years old, I don't see him lasting much longer at Liverpool. I really don't. I don't think he is the answer. Neither is Lavia, in fairness. He's a young prodigy, but I feel like he needs experience alongside him. And look, missing out on Caicedo, look, honestly, that saga was embarrassing. I mean, look, I am actually glad Arsenal are not involved in that saga anymore. because paying over 115 million for a player who's played under 50 games for Brighton, I don't think it's worth the money, to be honest. I feel like there's better DMs out there. That Liverpool have basically walked into a Lamborghini garage and walked out of a Peugeot 207. That's what they've done. Like, they could have got a Casado, they could have got a Lavia, they could have got an Amrabat as well, and Enzo Fernandez, instead of got Endo.
Well,
I don't know. If it was if he was a young prodigy, then yeah, fair enough. I feel like he could produce into a very good talent, but he's not a talent anymore, is he? He's 30 years old and he's already in his prime. So I can see him lasting 2 or 3 years there minimum. And if he does end up turning into a good signing, then yeah, fair enough. But I don't see it. I really don't. I feel like this is a very underwhelming signing for Liverpool. I really do. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, for me, obviously, with this Endo guy, I've seen him a few times. He's a leader, yeah. That's what I will give you guys, yeah. He is a leader. For Japan, he captained them in the World Cup. Obviously, I think they beat Germany. Jordan, they beat your German team, yeah? And they went on to beat Spain as well. They actually did really well, but I think they got knocked out by Croatia in the end. But yeah, he went on captain of Japan. I think he's the captain of Stuttgart as well. So yeah, I guess he's a leader for you guys. And Philip, I guess now it's the worst that could have happened. But, you know, for the time being, I would say it's good until you go January and try and get a proper DM. You'll have Endo players, you said. You'll have Endo, Soboslai and McAllister. I think that's not that bad. But of course, you could have got so much better in there. So, Jordan, man, I wanted to ask you, Jordan, yeah? Who do you blame for all this? Losing out on Lavia, Caicedo? Is it your owners? I've seen a few people blame Klopp. For me, I think it's your owners, man. I think your owners.
Yeah, it's no way it's the manager.
So, who do you blame?
Everybody to blame, man. What is, man? Those guys, yeah. FSG. Look, I don't know where they get these money from. Spending money. We paid 110 mil for Caicedo. Caicedo said no to us. I don't know where FSG getting this money from right now. Look, man, Romero Lavia, same thing. So look, man, it's FSG is to blame, man. We tried our best, and FSG out, man. FSG out. For a board, man. I don't have to take Klopp. He tried. He's a manager, a great manager. He changed the club after he joined us from Borussia Dortmund. He was coaching them. Then everything got changes after getting rid of our Redwoods players, Fabinho, Henderson, and Co. That they from Liverpool this now. We should have got Caicedo and Lavia. This why it's them to be blamed, man. It's FSG. It's not our coaching staff board.
Yeah, for sure, man. Guys, we've got Robbie with us, Tottenham fan. How you doing, man?
Yeah, all good, mate. Apologies for being late. I had some mad issues with StreamYard. But how are you doing? You right?
Yeah, man. No worries. Buddy, StreamYard does to me all the time. But yeah, we've got obviously going through everything today. Starting off about Endo, who's just signed for Liverpool. What's your whole thoughts on that, mate? And what's your thoughts on losing out to obviously Caicedo and Lavia? I said they got Endo.
I think it was a bit mad, really, and it's clearly not what Klopp wanted. It's clearly not what Klopp wanted. I mean, he wanted Caicedo, he was his first choice. And I'm wondering what this Endo thinks to come in and know that he's literally the third choice man. But look, they missed out on Lavia as well, who's gone to Chelsea. It feels like Chelsea just did that on purpose to piss off Liverpool. They missed out on Caicedo. I think FSG have cropped up there. I do think they've cropped up there. I mean, our ownership's worse than any of the top six. I'll argue that with anyone. But yeah, I think Klopp wanted that proof in that top class CDM, and I don't think he's got it. I think Caicedo would have been a fantastic signing. He didn't end up with him. I think Lavia would have been not as good as Caicedo, but still a brilliant signing. He didn't end up with him. And no matter how good this guy is, he'll know that he's their third choice option. He was their third option. So, look, I'll never know as much as a Liverpool fan will when it comes to the state of their club. I'll say that for any other big six club. But I think from the outside looking in, it looks like a mess. It looks like an absolute mess there.
Yeah, for sure, guys, for sure. Definitely, you lot made some good points there. But yeah, look, Jordan, man. Final question about you, about Liverpool. Yeah, do you guys still think you're gonna get in the top 4?
For me, man, right now, I don't care about the Premier League trophy. I need Champions League. I need my revenge. I need Real Madrid. I need to lift another one. And we know we have a match coming up tomorrow, so we need to take one game at a time this season. We have City way down, but I'm focusing on Bournemouth. But I want to see which formation club will use now, like we got Endo now from Stuttgart. So I'm looking to see what Dominic Sly, Mark, and Endo will do to help Salah and him start to win more golden boots before he hung up his boots soon. So I'm looking forward to get top 4. So if anyone wants to win the league, it's going between City and Arsenal. But for me, Champions League.
Hmm. Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right, guys, let's get into the game week 2 preview. Obviously, we've all seen our clubs already featuring game week 1. Arsenal beating Nottingham Forest 2-1. Tottenham obviously drawing 2-2 against Brentford. Liverpool drawing with Chelsea. Now for the upcoming game week, we've got Palace at Selhurst Park. Tottenham have got who you guys playing? Lily White.
Man United, mate. Man United tomorrow.
What an idiot, of course, man. Man United. I think it's a massive game. I'm missing it. And then obviously, Jordan, you've got Bournemouth. So I'm going to start with the big game here: Tottenham against Man United at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Now, Tottenham, I thought, bias aside here, right? I thought you guys looked like you got a much better style of play. You got players like Basuma playing really well. Like you got the Basuma from Brighton, I feel like, on his way back. Now obviously Kane is gone. I believe that Son is your main guy. I think he's your new captain as well, isn't he? So other against Man United, obviously, who you guys we saw got, in my opinion, Wolves were robbed big time. Yeah, should have had a penalty from Onana. And Man United were poor. I thought Wolves, Pedro Neto should have took his chances, but I thought he was superb. And Man United got a scrapey 1-0 win. So yeah, Robbie, starting off you, man, of course, as your team, Tottenham. How confident you are going into this game against obviously Man United, man? What's your thoughts on going into this game?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Josh. I'm looking forward to it. I think last weekend was so refreshing to see from a Spurs perspective. But even pre-season, although we didn't play enough games, in my opinion, I think pre-season and our first game against Brentford showed us that we're not going to change our way of playing for anybody. We're going to play this attacking, which is so refreshing to see for years. I've just watched this absolutely rubbish and horrendous football under Conte and under Jose, and a lot of that for me was down to the ownership. But it's good to see your club play good football. It's why you watch football, to be entertained. So yeah, I think it'll be a cracker of a game. I think it'll be an absolute cracker. I think the midfield battle is where it's decided. Casemiro versus Bissouma. That'll be interesting to see. And yeah, I went with 2-2 in my match preview on my channel, but I'd probably change that now to a 3-2 Spurs. I just think at home, first game at Lane, the place will be rocking. As you guys call it, the toilet seat. And yeah, I think we'll get a win. I do think we'll get a win now. I think it'll be a cracking game though. But United, they're going to be better than Monday, but I'm not sure about them. I'm not sure about them. Mount and Bruno cancel each other out in that midfield. And on Monday, like you say, absolutely robbed. Absolutely robbed. And blatant penalty. Absolutely blatant penalty. I don't know how that wasn't given. But yeah, I think it'll be a crack. I'll go with 3-2. But yeah, few good games this weekend, to be fair. Few good games.
I wanted to ask you, obviously, about your new manager as well, Postecoglou from, obviously, Celtic. You know, what's been your first impressions of him, man? Obviously, you've had a little pre-season. I know you guys played against Barcelona. I know you guys played. I think you guys battered Shakhtar, didn't you? The other day as well. So, and obviously you drew against Brentford. What's been your first impression of Postecoglou, man?
I like the guy, man. I do like the guy. And I think a lot of Spurs fans like the guy. When we brought him in, we like coming from the Scottish Premiership, and I mean tomorrow's a good game because I think we'll see the level we're at. But the guy speaks really well to the press. He doesn't beat around the bush, but he doesn't do it in a way like an Antonio Conte would, where he literally say this player shit, this player's like, I don't want, I hate this club. He goes on, but he speaks the truth, but without attacking the players. And yeah, I think the guy speaks well. I think in pre-season, although we lost 4-2 against Barcelona, we had 75% possession, 20 I think 5 chances. The whole of pre-season in 4 games, we had over 150 chances. So, I mean, we should have finished more than we did, obviously, and that's an issue without Harry Kane. But I like the guy. He won't change his style of play for anyone. He hates sitting back. It's just going to be all guns blazing for the rest of the season. Yeah, he's left a good impression on me so far. All he's got to do now is deliver on the pitch because he speaks well. I like the way he talks. I like some of the players he's brought in. So yeah, I'm liking his bringing to the club now.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Then we go to Rory. What's been your thoughts on this Tottenham side, man? And obviously, I know you saw them play against Brentford. But yeah, what's your thoughts on Tottenham? Also, how Man United play? Because I believe Wolves are robbed big time. But yeah, and also your thoughts about this upcoming game, Tottenham Man United, bro.
You know what? As an honest Arsenal fan myself, I think Tottenham look pretty decent when it comes to possession now. They're a more possession-based team, but they've still got them inadequate errors defensively. I mean, what's the centre-back called again? Van der Ven. I mean, he's going to have some time to adapt. He's still young. I think this season with Basuma is going to really tell us why we didn't go for him last summer. Because he does look good so far. I think Maddison was a steal, but again, we'll see whether... we'll see how he does adapt to this Tottenham system, because of course he doesn't have Kane there, and he's not going to be... he's not really going to be assisting Richarlison that much, that's for sure. I feel like Richarlison cannot play as that 9. I feel like their front three... I mean, if you told me 2 or 3 years ago that front three at Tottenham was absolutely toothless, I would have snapped your hand off. But it is actually... I mean, they're not really offering much, despite scoring goals. I mean, 2 of their goals in their last game came from defenders, I believe. I mean, that's all you need to know, really. However, they still cannot defend. I mean, it's really hard to work that one out. Man United, look, I don't know. For me, Wolves deserved to win the game, but it also told me why they should be in a relegation battle this season, because they cannot finish their dinner. I don't know what it is. They need a striker. They spent 40 million on Fabio Silva, who's just going to get benched. They haven't got a Raul Jimenez replacement in. In fairness, I do like that Cunha. He does look very good. He caused Man United a lot of problems. But if you don't finish them sort of chances, you don't deserve to win the game, really, despite Wolves played really, really well. And look, I really don't know why. I've mentioned this about 5 times already. Why can't we see the same consequences that we see from players and managers? The consequences for managers are that they get sacked, right? Consequences for players, they get red carded or they get dropped. But why can't we see these same consequences for referees as well? I really don't get it. Oh my God, that penalty. I mean, the ball is about 11 foot in the air, all right? And then Onana comes... I really don't get it. The Premier League has only just started and we're already moaning about VAR. It's just corrupt. And I also don't get why referees can't come out in interviews as well. I remember watching Premier League Years a couple of weeks ago, and I think when we went invincible in the 2003-2004 season, I think it was Man United against, I can't remember who it was, but they made a human error in that game, and I think the referee had to come out in an interview and explain his decision. Why can't we see the same? I really don't get that. So look, I think Wolves were really unlucky in that game. But saying that, I don't think they deserved to win it because they didn't finish their chances. And look, I don't know, it is really annoying, and I feel like I was going to say Man United aren't really a threat, but if they keep producing these sort of results, then who knows? They could be in for a shout. But I'm not afraid of these lot. Then they are not going to produce anything special next season. I really don't. But that's just my opinion.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right, Jordan, what is your thoughts on obviously how this upcoming game, Tottenham against Man United? You know, your thoughts on Man United's last game. Do you think Wolves deserve to win? And how do you see this game going, man, at the new Tottenham Stadium?
Well, Spurs. They lost Kane. Son Heung-min is not the same Son Heung-min that was in the past, scoring goals. I remember when he has won the Golden Boot with Salah as well, and now he's not the Son Heung-min that everybody knows. But for Man United, getting Mason Mount wearing a legendary number 7, I don't think that number fits him perfectly. Wearing that for Manu, but Manu, if they have a chance of winning, they can, because well, Rashford especially, I'm not sure if he will played, because I don't sure if he played in the first match they won, but if he played against Spurs, I think he will show up because he has the quickness. But Manu, I think they will have a chance of winning against Spurs without no Kane, because Kane is their top talisman, but now he's in the Bundesliga. But Spurs is not the same club. But big up to Son Heung-min, great leader, first time being captain for Spurs. But Spurs, they need to find a way to win if they want to be in the Champions League. But I don't think it will happen because there's no Kane. So, Manu.
Yeah, man. All right, so we've got a question for Robbie, who's back now. What do you think about Son as captain? Also, will he bring back his old form? Because last season Son wasn't something to be proud of, to be honest. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Son, man, and him being new captain, Robbie?
I'll say him as new captain, mate. I'll say him as new captain. I think he's one of the only players left in that team from the Champions League final side and the team that actually contended for titles. And yeah, I think he deserves it. I think, unlike Harry Kane, as much as I love him, every single summer when he's been linked with other teams, he's come out and said, "I want to be at Spurs. I love Tottenham." That's what you want as a captain. Maybe he lacked a few leadership teams, but a few leadership skills. But I think, yeah, I do think the guy's been so loyal, and I think loyalty can get you the captaincy. I think with Son having poor performances last season, he came out after the season and said he had an injury. But then I was speaking to an actual doctor. He's a Spurs fan, but he is an actual doctor on a stream the other day, and he said he should have recovered from that about 4 weeks ago. And you question, is part of that the psychological side of that injury still there? But you think that injury's completely gone away now. So I don't know. Maybe it's just adapting without Harry Kane there, which is going to be hard for him. You think he's based his game around the way Kane's played for the last 2 years, so it's going to be hard for him. It's going to be hard for him. But look, I hope he steps up. I think he will, as he's given that responsibility as the main man. And yeah, he is the main man now. No Harry Kane. He's our star player at the club. He's got to get back to that form he was on a couple of years ago when he won the Golden Boot, or won it jointly with Mo Salah.
Yeah, just quickly, we've got another question. Big up, man, Sian. He says, Robbie, what do you think of Joe Lewis being possibly convinced? No, sorry, not convinced, convicted. What am I on about? Personally, I think it's the best thing to happen to Spurs because the new owners coming in with Zach Levy, which is what you want.
I wish it was that way, mate. But I mean, the guy's a snidey little bastard. So before these came along, these charges, he passed on a lot of what he owned in his percentage and shares of Spurs to his daughter. So he doesn't really have, or what's going on with him in court, and should be taking place later this year. From what I'm reading and looking at, it won't affect the club, which is actually a shame because I'd honestly take it if we couldn't spend any money for a summer if it meant getting the owners out. But by the looks of it, it won't affect the ownership we have, which is a shame because personally, as a Spurs fan, I'd do anything to get these owners out. Danny Lewis and but yeah, he let go of his shares before this happened, so he knew he'd done wrong. He knew he'd done wrong, and yeah, hopefully he gets charged and ends up in prison. I don't care if it's 6 crimes crime. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I hope he gets put away, but it shouldn't affect us.
Yeah, fair enough, man. All right, guys, let's move on. We're going to talk about Arsenal because we've got an injury problem with Julian Timber. So he's got an ACL. He's out for the whole entire season. So, yeah, in terms of a bit of transfer news, start with you, Rory, as you're a fellow Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Do Arsenal need to go back in for another defender this window, or are we all right with what we've got?
Wait, who? I think you lagged out for a second there. Who did you say?
Did I lag? Am I back? All right.
Yeah, you lagged.
Right, that's all good. So I was saying, obviously, Julian Timber's out for it with an ACL the whole season. You know, first of all, what's your thoughts on that? And also, do Arsenal need to go back in the window to sign a replacement for him for the rest of the season?
Oh man, I feel like with the Timber injury, right? I don't know where all of this blame for Mikel Arteta has come from. It's a non-contact injury at the end of the day. There's nothing he could have done about that. The thing is, I don't know. We could sign anyone, but they can get injured. So I think we're better off signing someone who is injury prone and then hopefully not getting injured in the Premier League. I mean, the thing is, Tomiyasu is one of the most injury prone players I've ever seen in my life. Kieran Tierney, I feel like what I will blame Arteta for is if we let go of Kieran Tierney, because he is the only out-and-out left-back we have got at this football club. Zinchenko is not a left-back. He can't defend. Tomiyasu is more of a right-back / centre-back. Timber is more of a centre-back as well. But, of course, Arteta loves versatility. But saying that, you can't rely on Tierney's fitness because he can't seem to stay fit. So that's my only problem. I mean, who do we sign in that defensive area? Because all of our defenders are flipping injury prone. So I don't know whether it's a good idea to sign another defender because we have got enough depth in that area. And it's not like we've lost Timber for the entire season. People need to shed a tear. Stop crying about it. We have not lost him for the entire season. And people are going on about, oh, we've lost the title already. We didn't have him last season, for God's sake, and look where we ended up. Right? I'm listening to podcasts with Lee Gunner and that, and I'm sat there listening to him like, you're actually believing your own crap. Just because you've got a pair of lips, it don't mean that you can talk utter crap. Like, honestly, yes, he appointed the medics, but he does not train these lot how to do their jobs. Like, what's the manager supposed to do? Pretend that he is injured? Because Timber himself actually informed to the manager that he is fit and he's ready to play in the second half. And if you actually watch the game in detail, in the first half, I think it was his left knee, should I say, that got the treatment. In the second half, suddenly his right knee. So what could he have done about that? I really don't get it. The fickleness of our fan base is unbelievable. People name us delusional, whatever. We have the most fickle fan base in the Premier League. I don't care what anyone's saying, who's crying. Bro, these lot who think that the title is done, right? I remember when you, Luca, was, I think, I can't remember what stream, but you was crying about the league title and that. Oh, it's all done because Timber's out injured. We're not flipping done. Honestly, relax yourself. Like, honest to God. As I said, Arteta does not train the medics how to do their jobs properly. All right? If you were going to, I don't know, employ cleaners to work at IKEA, is it your job to then teach them when or where to clean? No. You let them clean the damn place. So, look, I am disappointed that Timber is out injured. I think it's a huge miss. He's been one of our most standout players, along with Trossard. But Mate, I don't believe all of this crap about, oh, Arteta's to blame, oh, this and that. The league title is done. We're one game into the flipping season.
Yeah.
Right? We've heard VAR controversy. We've seen Arsenal fans moaning for no reason. And again, it's the first game. I don't know why people are panicking. The thing is, what I will say, it is worrying that as soon as Timber comes off, whether that's an injury or tiredness, whatever, we concede instantly.
How is gonna go in?
Oh my god! Nah, I wouldn't take it that far. I really wouldn't. Lee Gunner, that guy is a bully. He's always anti-Arsenal because he hates his flipping manager. That's all. It's facts. I don't know why on earth this guy thinks Arteta is the problem. I really don't understand it. Because this guy is the same person that wanted Arteta to be in the title race. And if you finish 5 or 6 points behind Manchester City, then I'll give him the flowers. We finished 5 points behind, he's still flipping moaning. We could have won the league and that guy would still be moaning, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I cannot be arsed with that guy, man. Every time he is on my TV screen, on my phone screen, whatever, I want to scream. I want to tear my hair out because I just do not want to hear him. I mean, Henry Wright as well. This isn't a dig at him, but he has a series called Rival Talks. What is rival about that, inviting Lee Gunner? Like, rival fans will love him because they take the piss out of Arsenal every time. But, mate, it's annoying when you've got him in his fan base. And I don't want to turn this into a stream about flipping Lee Gunner, but my God, I don't know what is going on. And another thing as well, is Emery all of a sudden the problem? Because, of course, he played Tyrone Mings, who suffered an ACL injury. Do you sack Pep Guardiola because he rushed Kevin De Bruyne into the first game of the season and he's now out for 4 months? Do you sack Carlo Ancelotti because he rushed Militao? Right? He clearly does not have an understanding of how ACLs really work or happen because, mate, you can't do anything about an ACL. It's fact, you can suffer them in training, for God's sake. And you're supposed to train. That's how you get better in the sport.
Yeah, facts, bro. 100%. Yeah, I agree. I mean, how can you sit there and blame the manager? It's just unbelievable, right? I don't think there's no one to blame. I mean, it is. I hate what people say when whenever you come to Arsenal, we've seen in the past players who don't have that much injury records. Like Partey came to Arsenal, for example, didn't have any injury record. He comes in and gets injured, yeah? Declan Rice comes to Arsenal, has no injury records, got injured for a little bit, right? So I get what people are trying to say there. But to blame Arteta for Timber getting injured is embarrassing.
Isn't it?
It is. It really is. I don't, and they don't have a logical reason. They just say, oh, it's Arteta's fault. Yeah, but why?
Yeah, because I don't like him.
Yeah, that is the only reason that you could say is they have the hatred for him. But yeah, Wilfried Gunner, I'm pretty sure you told me that he got offered a picture from Arteta. No, he tried to take the picture of Arteta, and he got rejected or something.
Coman into the situation in a debate with Bukayo Saka because he scored in the Champions League final. He is therefore better than Saka. Well, so did Kai Havertz.
There we go.
I don't know what sort of logic he does come up with is beyond me.
Facts. Jordan, coming to you now, bro.
Yeah.
Julian Timber, ACL injury for Arsenal. First of all, do you think Arsenal needs to go back in the window and sign another defender? And also, what's your thoughts on Timber getting injured, man?
Yeah, that's on Timber. Timber. Oh my gosh, this player just remind me of Thiago Alcantara. But look, I know this is just about Arsenal now. But I saw you those talking about Pavard, the Benjamin Pavard actually be that replacement for Timber. But I never seen Timber injured before when he was at Ajax, but he comes to Prem, pick up an injury, ACL injury. This is looking shocking. You guys really need a replacement for Timber for real. So look, if you guys want to play in City, you need to find a replacement before September window closes. So Timber, I wish him all the best. Hope he recover very soon, and I hope he return back very soon for you guys Champions League. If it's serious, I'm not sure if he will be playing, but oh, I hope you guys find a replacement for him. Um, at CB to play with Gabriel, because it's really shocking for you guys losing a player like Timber with ACL injury.
Mm. Yeah, no, I do agree, Jordan. I do agree. So, Jordan, some names that Arsenal have been linked with today for replacement for him is Pavard, the one that you wanted from Bayern Munich. We had Cancelo talk again as well. Ivan Planeza. What one do you think Arsenal should go and get?
Yeah, well, you guys should go. You guys should try him to get Cancelo, Joao Cancelo. He's very good. He has good experience. He's very good at defending. Despite now he's now at Bayern Munich, so it's going around for him now. Where will he go? I'm not sure if he will be returning back to City. I don't know if Pep will want him back, but if he goes to Arteta, that would be a great one for him to play for Arsenal. So Cancelo is the one I think that should join Arsenal.
I can see him going to Barcelona, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jordan, yeah, big up to you, man. Right, I don't know where Robbie's gone. Maybe he'll come back soon. But anyway, what I was going to talk about next, I was going to talk about, yes, that was it. Our upcoming game. We've got Crystal Palace on, obviously, Monday night, Selhurst Park. Tough place to go to. I think last season we did beat them first game of the season 2-0. But even that game was really, really tough. Even that game was really, really tough, and we did get the win. It's always a tough going to South London, going to Croydon. They always give us a good game. Even though they ain't got Zaha anymore, I still think it'll be a tough game. But yes, for me, going into this game, I want to see likes of Trossard start. I want to see who else was it? It'll be interesting to see who we play left back. Is Inchenko going to return to the squad, etc. But yeah, let me start off with, of course, Rory. The game on Monday night, your thoughts going into it and the team you like to see and all that stuff, man.
Well, you know what? I don't know. It's a difficult one because I really don't want to take this game for granted because Palace is a really tough place and we've witnessed it over recent years. I feel like Arteta must not overthink things this time like he did against Forest. I felt like he did get away with it slightly last weekend by experimenting. None of this Thomas Partey right back crap anymore. Like, you can tell their goal precisely came down Thomas Partey's side. And we can tell that he is not quick enough to play as the right back. In the midfield, we saw signs that he can dictate play. And of course, we witnessed it last season. He was brilliant for 70% of the season. But I feel like the back four, look, Ben White's got to start right back, and then you've got to bring Gabriel back in. Simple as that. I want to see Trossard start because he scored, didn't he, against Luton in a friendly match behind closed doors twice. I feel like he's got to start, but I don't see Mikel Arteta dropping Nketiah because, of course, he scored. And I'm not against that, but it's just the consistent run. Like with Nketiah, you don't know whether you're going to get a good game or bad game with him. It's never yes, we can rely on him for 3 weeks. Right, yes, I know he did well against Man United and then Brighton, West Ham. He scored against them 3 clubs, but it's always a good game and then goes missing for 2 weeks and then he plays well in the next game, whether he comes off the bench or he starts. So I feel like I want to see Trossard start 100%. Not instead of Martinelli. I think people are underestimating Martinelli this season. I think he is one of Arsenal's most important players this season. So there's no way he gets dropped. Jesus, I don't think he's going to be fit. Zinchenko got a few minutes in the tank, so I think he might start at left back. Although, like, what do you do if you're Arteta? If you've got fans, fickle fans, throwing opinions at you, oh, injuries, this and that, and he's throwing Zinchenko in, gets injured again, what are these fans going to do? Jump on the manager? But if he doesn't start, then, mate, he'll probably end up getting an injury in training or something, or in a warm-up, whatever.
Yeah.
So, look, I wouldn't risk Zinchenko in this game. I mean, Arteta said in his press conference, when did he do his press conference? Was it Friday? No, today's Friday. He did it on Thursday, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he said Tierney is part of his plans. So I'm hoping Tierney is going to be given a go.
Yeah.
But it's going to be either Kivior or Tomiyasu. I know for a fact. I feel like Arteta is going to be too stupid to play Zinchenko straight away. He's hardly played in pre-season and he's not played so far in the Premier League. So Kivior or Tomiyasu, I'm sure, is going to be the left backs. He's got to bring Gabriel back. That's definitely going to be one of the changes. I don't think he's going to try Partey at right back against Crystal Palace. But saying that, I know it's away from home, but Crystal Palace, I'm hearing that Elise is unavailable for the game, and he is a class player. Of course, he's just signed a new contract. That's probably going to give them a sign of confidence, but he's not going to be playing. Of course, they let go of Zaha, and apparently I'm hearing Gueye, he is back for Crystal Palace as well. I guess that's a plus. But apart from that, that's a bang average team. And I don't want to take every game for granted, but you've got to be winning these sort of games. Palace, I know they won their first game, but still, like, we're Arsenal Football Club, and we should be going there and getting 3 points. As simple as that. The lineup, I mean, who do you go with in goal? I mean...
I feel like I go Ramsdale. I really do feel like.
Yeah, I'm sure he will go Ramsdale, but
I wouldn't mind
David
seeing Raya.
Raya did.
I wouldn't mind seeing Raya start for this game.
Yeah, Raya played 60 minutes. Well, around 60 minutes against Luton in the friendly. So I don't know. He's going to play at some point. Raya. He's going to play either in the Carabao Cup, or he's going to get thrown in at some point in the Premier League, like Ramsdale did. A few seasons ago, but I think it's going to be Ramsdale. I'll then throw Ben White in at right back. Then I'll go Saliba, Gabriel, and then I'll go Kivior, to be honest. I'd rather him over Tomiyasu. I feel like he slots into midfield better. And then I'll go Partey, Rice, and then Odegaard. People claim to me that, Havertz has to start because we paid 65 million for him. No, it's output at the end of the day. You play players to perform, and I'm not saying Havertz hasn't been performing. He hasn't been awful, but you play your best players, and I think that is our best midfield at the moment. Odegaard, Rice, and then Partey, and then Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and then Trossard up top. I will drop Nketiah, but I wouldn't be upset if Nketiah was going to start this game because he did score. But I would like to see Trossard. I think Trossard deserves to start more. I really do. And if he doesn't start, then I think it's criminal. Because I don't know what he could do. I really don't, man. Trossard up top, Saka on the... Yeah, I think that's what I'll go with for Crystal Palace. Apparently we're wearing that away kit for the first time.
What, the new green one?
No, not the green. Well, the light green one.
Yeah,
like the map of Islington.
Yeah.
It's got across. So yeah. Can I throw out a prediction?
Yeah, go on, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1 Arsenal. I think we will cruise to victory. I mean, Eze is probably going to be their main threat.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, he's going to want to lay a landmark for Crystal Palace because, of course, we let him go in our academy. So, yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal in this game. I think we will win out comfortable victors.
Yeah, nice one. All right, guys, we're going to move on to obviously the other two clubs we actually haven't discussed. Chelsea. Now, they've just signed Romeo Lavia. They've just signed Caicedo, both from Liverpool, Jordan. So unlucky, mate. But yeah, Chelsea, man. Look at the midfield now. They've got Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo Fernandez. That's a very good midfield, in my opinion. Obviously, Pochettino, when it comes to Robbie first, your former manager, Pochettino manages them. You know, what's been your thoughts on obviously their transfer business with Lavia and getting Caicedo now, obviously, and how far do you think Pochettino will take them this season?
Yeah, I think Poch is a top manager. I really do. I think people go, oh, he didn't win anything at Spurs, but at the end of the day, the position we were in when he came to us, and the position we were in when he left, and you know the fact we really contended for the league time off the top, I think the guy did a really good job with us. And I think one thing that he wasn't at Tottenham was back. We had a whole window where we didn't spend any, or 2 windows in a row where we didn't spend any money, and in a window where we bought Sissoko, and that was it. So at the end of the day, he's getting the money now. He's getting the money to do what he wants to do, what he needs for that football club. I think 10 million for Caicedo is stupid money, but at the end of the day, it's not Chelsea fans' money. I don't think they're going to care if the owner's willing to pay it. So, like you say, Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo, then up top, and Kunku when he comes back from injury. Sterling, who played really well, I think, in that game against Liverpool. I think, yeah, Chelsea are going to be good this season. I predict them 4th. I think they'll sneak into the top 4. I think Poch is getting every player he wants. They're young, they're exciting. I can't see much wrong with Chelsea this year, but I want to go back to what you guys were saying. Now, I don't understand how any fan can have a go at a manager for a player getting injured in the first game of the season. I sort of understand if that player's being consistently played every single game, then wouldn't you have a go at the owner if that was happening? If that was happening with your football club for not having depth in that team? But I think Arsenal fans having a go at Timber. I mean, I'm a Spurs fan, so I know a lot of Arsenal fans aren't going to give 2 monkeys what I say, but I think that's stupid. I really don't get how you can have a go at a manager for a player being injured when he played him in the first game. I don't understand. I don't understand that. But yeah, I think Chelsea can have a good season. I do.
Yeah. Jordan, your thoughts on obviously Chelsea signing your 2 players that you linked with? I can't believe that happened, man. It took both Caicedo and Lavia, man. They're greedy in it, but how do you think they'll do this season on Pochettino as well, man?
Well, yes. Let me go to Lavia first before I go to Caicedo. I am not a fan of Lavia. Yeah. If it was James Ward-Prowse, I would have been celebrating. Yeah, we got James Ward-Prowse. Lavia to Liverpool. Oh, he gone to Chelsea. That is good. He's gone because I'm not a fan of him. But for Caicedo now, I know him and Alexis. I watched these 2 play together at Brighton, so I know them very well together at Brighton. He scored a screamer for Brighton, beat Alice in goal, and Caicedo going to Chelsea. I rate Caicedo a lot more than Lavia. But if Chelsea get those 2, I wish him all the best. There are different club now getting Jackson in their squad, getting Axel from Monaco as well. Chelsea looks like a different club now. And big up to Lavia and Caicedo. Chelsea, they call themselves the Jack King. They're players, not us. But look, I'm happy with one. And big up to Caicedo. Wish him all the best.
Fair
Ooh.
play, fair play, fair play.
You wish
Most
him all
of
the
our fans
best.
is livid, but
You just rejected your club to join mid-table man then.
yeah. Jordan, I thought
I'm
you'd
not
be
too
serious,
sure
I'll be
about
honest.
that.
If that was to Arsenal, mate, Jesus Christ.
Didn't he
If
say
that was
it's
us,
his dream to move to
I'll be
Liverpool
sticking
as
2
well?
fingers. Good riddance. Get lost. I hope you're
Anyway,
lost
Rory,
at Chelsea.
what's your thoughts on obviously Chelsea this season? Just saw Liverpool's 2 main targets, Lavia and Caicedo. You know, they've got Jackson up front now as well. Reece James is injured apparently as well now, so that's a big blow for them. But under Pochettino, you know, where do you see them finishing this season? And How well do you think they'll do this season?
I do really like Pochettino. I mean, I never wanted him as Arsenal manager when we sacked Emery. I mean, you don't want to appoint an ex-Tottenham manager at Arsenal Football Club. Like, it just doesn't sit right for me. But I've always rated him as a manager, and I think he will do some good things with Chelsea. There's always that, I don't know, second season syndrome with Pochettino. I don't know what it is, but of course, he won something at PSG in his first season, didn't he? And then he, of course, got sacked. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they do get on. I think they're definitely going to be top 4 contenders. With no European football, I think that's a key to them. I don't think they're going to win any trophies this season, though. That's all I'm going to say. Even though Pochettino is known for winning a trophy at PSG, but who hasn't these days? Like,
Yeah.
Look, I do like their squad at the moment. I don't really rate Robert Sanchez. I don't know what it is. I feel like he is way too sceptical when it comes to the ball at his feet, and I don't think he is. I don't think he was the best at Brighton last season, in my opinion. They've got, of course, the Monaco centre-back, Axel Disaster at centre-back. So, yeah, I think he could be decent. I do like Colwill. I think he's a decent centre-half. He had a good season at Brighton. I mean, Reece James. I mean, I think the only mistake Pochettino has made is naming him as captain, because he can't seem to stay fit at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think you can rely on him to play almost a 90 game season, but a full Premier League season. I don't think you can rely on him. Even though they have got an actual right back now that can replace him, but like, that's your captain out injured. Chilwell is another one. Like, he can't seem to stay fit. I think their midfield is decent. I feel like Chelsea fans have to relax a little bit. I mean, because Enzo Fernandez put in a decent performance. In fact, he was bossing that Liverpool midfield. But I think they need to relax a little bit. I mean, they're comparing him to Arsenal's midfielders. He's clear of every Arsenal midfielder. He's clear of every Man City midfielder. Like, just relax.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it's one game, and I don't. No disrespect to Chelsea, but of course I'm an Arsenal fan at the moment. And look, you can call me Walland, whatever, but I think he's made a huge mistake going to Chelsea. I think he's far too good to play in that team. I think, you know what? If Arsenal would have come knocking for both Caicedo and Lavia, I think he would have gone to Arsenal. There's no way he would have gone to Chelsea. And yeah, I know he rejected Liverpool, but Liverpool are in Europa this season.
Yeah.
Arsenal in the Champions League. And early on in the window, in fact, in January, he agreed personal terms with Arsenal.
Yeah.
He wanted the move. And if only Arsenal went in and got the deal done, then maybe we could have got Caicedo. But I'm glad that we're not involved in this saga, like I said, because, you know, it's just embarrassing. It really is. I don't know what it is. It's just terrible. But their attack does look good. I feel like they're more dangerous than they were last season. I can't remember who they actually have up top. I mean, they've got Nicola Jackson. On the right, I'm not too...
Who's he got on the right?
Who do they play on the right?
Do they not play Sterling?
I think they
Oh,
play
Sterling.
I think Sterling.
I swear he plays on the left, and then on the right they go with... you know what, my mind's gone blank, but yeah. They go for Sterling, who, I don't know, he's not really lived up to the hype at Chelsea. So, yeah, I don't know whether he's going to suit a Pochettino system, but we'll of course find out. But yeah, I think Chelsea will get top 4 this season. It's just a matter of time whether that young team can gel together, because it took us a while to gel in. And when we had the youngest squad in the league, now it's Chelsea who have spent 900 million, and now they're looking. I don't want to say they look good, but they're playing better football at this moment in time. And I don't know, maybe they are a scary team to come up against. They're a lot scarier than Man United at the moment. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, facts, man. All right. Final club, of course, Manchester City just came off the back of winning another trophy, the Super Cup, against obviously Sevilla. I did watch the game. I thought Sevilla played pretty decent. You know, they went 1-0 up from El Nesri. He had so many chances after that as well. I thought they really took the game to Man City, pressed them really well. But in the end, Man City win another trophy on penalties. And yeah, obviously they got the pouring out. They got Newcastle this weekend at the Etihad. We saw last season Newcastle almost beat them, going 3-1 up, Trippier free kick, and obviously they ended up capitulating in it. It was a 3-3 game, very good game. But yes, starting up with Robbie, mate. This Man City side, you know, winning another trophy. Do you see them as the favourites again for the Premier League title? And obviously, what's your thoughts about the injury with De Bruyne? Will that affect them? And also the upcoming game against Newcastle. What do you see happening, mate?
I think it will affect them a bit because obviously, you know, De Bruyne is one of the best midfielders in the world. So it will affect them a bit. But that's the thing about it. They've just got that depth, haven't they? They've just got that ridiculous depth in every position where there's an injury. If there's an injury at centre back, look at the amount of options they have in midfield. Like Kovacic, when they signed him, I was a bit unsure, but he fit into their system like a glove. I thought when Friday against Burnley in the week. So yeah, I think they've got to be favourites for the league, treble winners. They're absolutely ridiculous. Cheat code on Football Manager and FIFA. That's what they are. And yeah, best striker in the world, arguably right now, in Erling Haaland, who is up there in that bracket. The midfield's phenomenal. The centre backs Man City have. I struggle to see them conceding less than or more than 15 this whole season. They've got Vardy, Stones, who also plays as CDM. Then you look at players like Laporte, who could stay there. He may be with Laporte. They've got Ake, Akanji, Diaz. It's ridiculous the amount of depth they have in the centre back. So I think they've got to be fair. This is the issue. I don't like Man City. I think it's so like, what's the word, plastic and oil money. I'd like to see anyone but Arsenal win the league. But of course, it's bloody Arsenal who are the team who's contending with them. So, look, man, honestly, I'd really like to see a Liverpool or United win the league. But if it's between Man City or Arsenal, I hope it's Man City all day long. I think it will be Man City. I think Arsenal this season, though, I think there's a bit more pressure on them. There's obviously more expectation. We'll see if that affects you lot. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the season. I think the title race will be close. I know it was close last season, but I can't see Arsenal capitulating with Rice and the fact they were there last season. A lot of people go, "Oh, that would affect them this season." I think maybe for the better because they've been there when they've let it slide. They now know what that feels like. So yeah, I think it's between City and Arsenal. I think City's got to be the favourites. And De Bruyne's injury, we'll see how much it affects them. But they've got so much depth where any injury wouldn't affect them as much as an Arsenal, Tottenham, United, Chelsea. So yeah, I think they'll have another cracking season at United and in the league. But lads, I'm going to have to head off. I'll see you guys later. It's been a pleasure coming on. Apologies about my internet.
Big up, man. Robbie, quickly shout out your channel, man, where they can find you.
So on Lily White Lane, guys, all sorts of Spurs content. If you are an Arsenal fan, come say hello, come comment on my channel. Even if you don't want to hear about me talking rubbish about Tottenham. Yeah, it's been a pleasure coming on Lily White Lane on YouTube. Lads, I'll see you later. Have a good evening.
Big up, man. Thank you. Appreciate you coming on, bro. See you later. Take care, bro. All right, guys. Make sure you go and give a sub. Look, I know he's a Tottenham fan, yeah, but even though, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So. Sorry, guys, but as I was saying, I know he's a Tottenham fan, guys. Yeah, but give him some support. Yeah, give him some support. He's a realist Tottenham fan. I know. He speaks facts, and he's not even biased as well. So anyway, give him a sub. Link in the description. Jordan, come and shoot, man. About Man City. What is your thoughts on them? Do you think they win the title again? And also De Bruyne getting injured. Will that affect them, Jordan?
For me, let me be real. Yes, I support a Merseyside club. That's the Red Half. Man City, robot. When he did for Man City, I call him Erling Haaland, but this season he's gonna be robot. So I'm not gonna think. I'm not sure it's gonna be City this season because look, City just look they lost Ilke. Well, Ilke is in La Liga. Well done, Ilke. He's doing very well now in the La Liga. But Man City, well, on match day one, me and Josh predicted Burnley to win against Man City, or Man City won. Now we predicted it's gonna be a big massive game against Newcastle United. I hope Newcastle United, probably anything can probably happen. It's football, so but I'm not going to look at City against Newcastle. But I don't think City will have a chance of winning any more treble again because I'm getting tired of every single year I seen this team City lifting trophy. If not lifting the Premier League, they're lifting the champion. Well, they lift the Champions League. That's the first time we have a Champions League history with beating Man U, their neighbor. But look, Haaland needs to be stopped. He does wait for Kevin De Bruyne. Well, the Maestro, the Mr. Assist, he's out for Man City. So let's see what will happen against Newcastle United without Kevin De Bruyne. Against Newcastle, will City have a chance of winning? We know City always win without Kevin, but
Yeah.
will it be the same Man City without Ilke, or will it be the City that with when they used to have Ilke? I don't think this is gonna be the City that used to have Ilke Gundogan, but let's see.
Fair enough,
Let's,
man. Fair enough. Finally, man, Rory, what's your thoughts on this City team? You know, do you think they're shown us last season? Do you think we can catch them this season? And obviously, De Bruyne being out injured is a big blow for them. But yeah, what's your thoughts on City for this season, man?
But look, knowing City, he's probably going to return in that game against Arsenal. It's just he's gonna somehow make a miraculous recovery and play against Arsenal, which will be annoying. However, look, City are City. I mean, I feel like their signings in Kovacic, I mean, that was a bit of a weird one, I'm not going to lie. He's a good player, but is he what Man City need? Is he the quality Manchester City need? I'm not really too sure. Gavardiol, that's a decent signing, but they've got tons of centre-backs already. Like, they've got Laporte who can step in. They've got, I guess, Nathan Ake. I feel like they have strengthened positions that they don't really need to address. I know, I know they've got bloody hell, they've got De Bruyne in that position, and who else? Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's not bloody hell. It was what am I trying to say here? Kovacic comes in. And they lost someone in the midfield. I was trying to scramble my brain back to. Did they sell a midfielder? They sold Mahrez and they sold
Gundogan.
Gundogan. There we go. Bloody hell! That took me so long to. Oh my! They sold Gundogan and they bought Kovacic. Okay, that will make sense. But they haven't really strengthened the positions I feel like they do need to address. Left back. I feel like they need an out-and-out left back, like, I don't know, Theo Hernandez at AC Milan. I feel like they haven't replaced Mahrez properly. Palmer is a talented young player, but he is still young. And I'm not too sure whether he is ready to take on another title race for Man City. But other than that, I think City are ready to go. I mean, the thing is, City won't care if they lose all 5 of their games, all of the games in August, pretty much. And I know they haven't, but if they would have lost to Burnley, lost to Newcastle. I'm not really too sure who they've got in their third game. But if they would have lost all 3 of them, then they wouldn't care, because their experience all the time kicks in at the business end of the season. Like, if you ask them to do what is required, then they will do it. Right? If you ask them to go 15 unbeaten from February until the end of the season, they will do it. If you want them to sign a player, they'll go and do it. And look, it is annoying. It really is. How good this Man City team is. But the thing is, with De Bruyne out injured, I don't wish anyone to get injured, but I don't think this is going to harm City too much. If they were going to lose a centre-back, it wouldn't do anything to them, because they've got Laporte, Gvardiol to step in. They've got even Nathan Ake can play as a centre-back as well. But say if they're going to lose Rodri, I feel like that will hinder them massively, because he is that important. If they're going to lose Rodri, I think that's when they struggle, because who have they got to replace him? Calvin Phillips. I don't know whether he's Man City quality. He may be quality for a team like Man United, maybe. Like, at the moment, they're playing Mount and Bruno Fernandes as their 2 centre attacking midfielders, and then Casemiro as the lone DM. That's not going to work. If you have Phillips and Casemiro in the midfield, then you've got a balance there. You've got more protection. You've got more steel in the midfield there. But for Man City, I'm not really too sure. He's a good player, but he does not provide the same output Rodri does. And it's as simple as that, really. So I don't think this does anything to Man City as far as I'm concerned, with De Bruyne being out injured. Because they've still got Foden and Silva to step in. It's ridiculous. Like, say if we lost Saliba, then we don't have anyone. Like, we've lost Timber already. Like, he was supposed to be our plan. If Saliba was going to get injured, Timber was going to step in. But it turns out, if Saliba was going to get injured, who are we going to play? We're going to play White, Tomiyasu. Is Holding going to come back in? I mean, I'm going to have nightmares if he does end up coming back in, if Saliba gets injured again. But look, I don't think there's any stopping this Manchester City team, really. Even if we beat them, when do we play them? October? I don't think we will catch it. I mean, look, it's pride to take away, isn't it? Right. The reason why I was bitterly disappointed of us missing out on the title last season was because we lost both games against Man City, and we crumbled the manner we did in the business end of the season. That was what really disappointed me. So, look, if we beat Man City and, I don't know, actually take it to the last day, take the title to the very last game of the season, then I guess, I mean, it all depends on whether we do win a trophy. If we don't win anything and we're second place in the league, then I'm not accepting that, because we've not learned anything, have we? So, I don't know. There's not really much to say about Man City, really. I mean, the only hope we've got now is FFP. Like, that's all we're resting our hopes on. If they don't strip Man City of their titles, which is probably not going to happen, then I don't know who is going to stand up to this City team. Liverpool attempted it. They won the battle once, but overall, Man City won the war. I don't know. It's just, in fairness, I would rather Arsenal be second the entire season if it means us winning in the business end of the season, capitalising on Manchester City's results. So that's just my opinion. But Man City, I don't see anyone stopping them. And with De Bruyne out injured, I don't think it's going to do them any harm whatsoever. I've seen them have Laporte out injured for 7 months, and I think they were still. Well, in fact, I don't know. Liverpool were top when they lost Laporte in their first game of the season, so maybe he was one of their important players at the time. But with their owners, unless if they end up, I don't know, what's the term? If they end up getting banned, whatever, if they get flipping suplexed, I don't know. Just do something to them. That's all I ask for.
Yeah, facts, man.
So,
Facts. But yeah, guys, that is that. The Big Six show. I know, guys, there's only 4 of us on there today, but next week, because people were having issues with streaming up, a few people couldn't make it, but next week I should have a full panel, guys, of a Chelsea fan, Man City fan, hopefully.
But by the way, you don't mind if I answer this question in the chat? Arsenal midfield and Chelsea midfield, which is stronger?
I forgot. Yes, someone asked that actually. Where was it? Where is it? Yes, Arsenal midfield and Chelsea midfield.
I can't believe that this is a debate. I really. It all depends on the midfield. Who you're putting in there in the Arsenal team? If it's Partey, Rice, and Odegaard, there is no debate whatsoever if anybody thinks that Chelsea midfield is better than Arsenal's. With Partey, Rice, and Odegaard, it's like having an extra man in there.
Yeah.
If you're putting Havertz in there, I don't know, because I know it was Nottingham Forest, but I don't know. I guess if you put Havertz in there, Chelsea's midfield is better, and I'm man enough to admit that. But Partey, Rice, and Odegaard, no debate whatsoever, because, as I said, with the Casemiro and I guess if you go with an Amrabat in the midfield, you've got Steele there, you've got cover. It doesn't matter if you don't have any creativity, unless if you've got, I don't know, a Jacques or an El Neni in the midfield. If you have similar players in there that play sideways and you don't create anything, then yeah, fair enough. But if you've got players in there who is a CDM, I guess, who can, I don't know, spread the ball elsewhere, play forward passes, then it works. Partey hardly plays forward passes. Rice can go forward, and I can see him playing as a number 8. And he still has time to adapt, in fairness. And you can tell how good they were when we played against Man City, right? Yeah. And this is another thing. I heard fans as well that Timber shouldn't have started against Nottingham Forest. He was Arsenal's man of the match, for God's sake, against Man City. So why shouldn't he start? I really don't get it.
Yeah.
And people trace back to the likes of Partey, Jesus, the fact he's rushing them back. Right, Partey, yeah, fair enough. He deliberately pushed him back onto the pitch against Tottenham whilst on the counter-attack. Jesus got injured in the World Cup. I don't know what he's supposed to do. You're supposed to play players in pre-season as well. And at that point, Barcelona were producing scissor tackles all over the shop.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
I don't know what he's supposed to do about that. He can't just walk onto the pitch and ask them politely, go, Barcelona, please don't put tackles on our players. That would be much helpful because we've got a Premier League season up. He can't do that.
Yeah, facts, man. 100%.
I'll leave it at that.
But yeah, guys, that is that, people. As I said, next week we should have a full panel, hopefully. Go and check the description. You'll see all the channels down below. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a full panel next week. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this every single week, same time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the series, guys. If you guys also make sure you smash the like button, sub channel if you are new. Go and subscribe to Robbie, who's on as a Tottenham fan. Jordan, shout out your channel, bro. What you got coming up?
Yes, what's coming up, guys? For me, especially tomorrow is the Liverpool Bournemouth, and that's our first home game of the season. And then coming up, I'm gonna do transfers again, guys, and I'm gonna do my first top 6 as well on my channel to build it up, guys. I need to do one as well for my channel. So so three streams coming up for me, guys. Match reaction tomorrow, transfers, and top six, guys. Yeah. So, but subscribe to my channel, Jeremy LFC. It's in the description. If as I said, just says. So everybody channel is there. So guys, go and check it out. I'm nearly close to get monetized. I'm at 1.26K. I reached yesterday. I was surprised after the stream. I saw it. So let's get my channel to 2K, guys, and get it monetized. And I'm back tomorrow.
Yes. Also, shout out to Sian because yeah, you did indeed give me the idea for the show. So yeah, we're gonna do it regular. Thanks to you, man, and yeah, big up to you, big up to Sian, and yeah, Rory, man, what you got? You got anything coming up on your channel?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna film a match preview on Sunday, depending on whether I'm available or not. As soon as I'm back from holiday, I am going to be filming a lot more content. Watch along on Monday for the Crystal Palace game. Obviously, I wasn't able to do a watch along for the Forest game because I was away. So, watch along on Monday. I'll also be doing a fan cams as well after the game if any of you lot are available. So, yeah, the rest speaks for itself, really. I'm going to hopefully fit some transfer news videos in there as well. And yeah, that's it, really.
Yeah, big up, man, big up, guys. Make sure you go and subscribe to both. Jordan's links in the chat, Rory's links in the chat, Lily White Lane's links in the chat. I also put the two other people in who'll be coming on next week as well. So yeah, as I said, hopefully we have a full panel next week, guys. This was the first episode. Really enjoyed it, man. So we're gonna do this consistently, regularly. So yeah, thanks everyone. The chat was really good today as well. Everyone in the comment section. Sorry I couldn't go through all your comments I usually do. But yeah, thanks everyone tuning in. Really appreciate that support. On the road to 6K subscribers. Smash that button on the video, and we're out of it, people. Come on, the Gunners.